All right.
You can be seated. Okay, this is the 8 p.m. initial appearance docket. We're going to call you in here individually, tell you why you're here. When you come into this room, there's a lectern in the center of the room. Stand behind that. Give me your full name, date of birth. I'll be giving you important information about your case. You don't have to try to memorize what I tell you, because before you leave the area, you'll receive a printed copy of a document concerning your case that contains all the important information to take with you. If you're someone who's here on the probation violation matter that will be heard in Maricopa County Superior Court, the Public Defender's Office is appointed at this time so that you'll have counsel at your next court appearance. If you're someone who is released, you need to make sure that you carefully review the conditions that may be stated in the release order and comply with them. For example, if they include not returning to the scene of the alleged crime or having contact with alleged victims or witnesses, and you violate those conditions and you're taken into custody for that reason, you will not be released from custody easily again. All right, we don't have an interpreter yet, do we?
No.
Okay.
I moved them towards the bottom, and the attorney will be agreeing to keep.
Okay. Davin Wilkinson, and after Mr. Wilkinson will be Austin Duncan.
Wilkinson?
Full name, date of birth?
Dallin Wilkinson, April 4th, 2004.
All right, Mr. Wilkinson, you are on felony probation in Maricopa County Superior Court, and a non-witness violation hearing was scheduled on May 7th. When you didn't appear in all three cases, when you didn't appear, the judge issued a warrant for your arrest with a $500 bond. In each case, your next court date and your probation violation matters will be June 6th at 8:30. The reason you're before us tonight is because you were arrested yesterday, charged with one count of resisting arrest with risking physical injury, a Class 6 felony, criminal damage by defacement, a misdemeanor, and criminal trespass on residential property, a misdemeanor. I appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you in the new arrest. A secured appearance bond of $1,100 is set. Your next court date, June 5th at 8:30 in Superior Court, downtown Phoenix. You're not, one of the conditions of release include not returning to the scene of the location where you were arrested. And your order would be, where's the order tonight? So you have the order? Okay. She has your order.
Here you go.
Austin Duncan, then it'll be Elizabeth Lopez. Full name, date of birth? Full name, date of birth?
Austin Duncan, 9/29/95.
All right, you sir on felony probation here in Maricopa County. There was a revocation arraignment hearing scheduled on March 10th. When you didn't show up, the judge issued a warrant for your arrest with a $50 bond. Your next court date now is June 6th at 8:30 in Superior Court, downtown Phoenix. If you bond out, make sure you show up, okay?
Okay.
Your order's right over there. Elizabeth Lopez, and then it'll be Veronica Flores. Full name, date of birth, please.
May 7th, 1964. Elizabeth Lopez.
All right, Ms. Lopez, you were charged with possession of dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony, and possession of drug paraphernalia, a Class 6. You were to be sentenced on August 14th of last year. When you didn't show up, the judge issued a warrant for your arrest with a $1,000 bond. Your next court date now will be June 10th at 8:30 in Superior Court in downtown Phoenix, and your order's right over there. Veronica Flores, and then it will be Faith Howard. Full name, date of birth, please.
01/11/1989, Veronica Garcia Flores.
All right, ma'am, you're on felony probation here in Maricopa County. 2 separate felony convictions. The probation department believes that you violated conditions of probation, and each case issued a warrant on May 20th. In both cases, one has a $500 bond, the other a $100 bond. Your next court date in these matters will be June 6th at 8:30 in Superior Court, downtown Phoenix, and your order's right. Look at my order's right over there. Faith Howard, and then it'll be Clyde Rapp. Full name, date of birth?
Faith Alexis Howard, 2/1890.
All right, ma'am. You are on felony probation here in Maricopa County. The probation department caused to have issued a warrant for your arrest for violating conditions of probation on January 7th. It had a $100 bond set. Your next court date now will be your revocation arraignment hearing in Superior Court, downtown Phoenix, June 6th at 8:30. And that lady over there is handled. That's your order. Clyde Rapp, and then it'll be Christian Perez. Full name, date of birth? Full name, date of birth?
Clyde S. Rapp, 9/15/63.
All right, you, sir, are on felony probation in Maricopa County, and there was a revocation arraignment hearing scheduled on March 16th of 2021. When you didn't show up, the judge issued a warrant for your arrest. I've increased that amount from $250 to $1,000. I think at the time that he issued it 4 years ago, they thought that that's all it needed. Obviously, we need to make sure that you appear for your next court appearance, so I raised it to $1,000. Your next court date will be June 6th at 8:30, Superior Court, downtown Phoenix. And your order is right over there.
Thank you.
Christian Perez, and then it'll be Henry McCabe. Full name, date of birth?
Christian Perez, 10/24/90.
All right, Mr. Perez, you're on felony probation. The probation department believes that you violated conditions of probation, and on April 24th, a warrant for your arrest was issued with a $5,000 bond. Your next court date will be a revocation arraignment hearing in Superior Court, downtown Phoenix, June 6th at 8:30, and your order's right over there. Henry McCabe, and then it'll be Jarvis Carruthers. Full name, date of birth?
Henry Norman McCabe Jr., 11/25/1981, sir.
All right. Mr. McCabe, you're on felony probation in Maricopa County, and they believe you violated conditions of probation on May 19th. The warrant for your arrest was issued with a $500 bond. Your next court date will be your revocation arraignment hearing in Superior Court, downtown Phoenix, June 6th at 8:30, and your order's right over there.
Thank you.
Jarvis Carruthers, and then it will be Julian Molina, or Molina. Full name, date of birth?
Jarvis Carruthers, 7/21/80.
All right, sir, you were arrested yesterday for the following offenses: possession of a weapon by a prohibited person, a Class 4 felony, and theft or control of stolen property, a Class 6 felony. If you need to have counsel appointed, you can request it at your next hearing. A secured appearance bond is set in the amount of $2,000 in this case. Your next court date will be in Superior Court, downtown Phoenix, June 5th at 8:30. You also, let me get your case up here, you're on felony probation in Maricopa County. And the probation department requested that a $500 bond be set on your probation violation matter of a term 1 violation. And your next court date in that matter will be your revocation arraignment hearing, June 6th at 8:30, downtown Phoenix. Your order is right over there. The officer is holding the order right over there. Julian Molina, and then it will be Roberto Cruz.
The county attorney for that.
What's that?
The county attorney for.
Okay. Can the county attorney hear me?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Full name, date of birth, please.
Julian Molina, 42987.
All right, Mr. Molina. You were arrested yesterday and charged with a form of kidnapping, a Class 2 felony, aggravated assault, impeding breathing by choking, domestic violence form, a Class 4 felony, and assault with intent to injure, a misdemeanor. I appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. Does the County Attorney's Office have any positions concerning release conditions for this defendant?
Yes, Your Honor. The state does have a position. First, for the record, Ashley Stetson on behalf of the state. Your Honor, the state is asking for a bond of $100,000 cash based on the allegations. The allegations are that the suspect allegedly punched the victim in the face. When the victim awoke, he then strangled her by putting his hands around her neck and strangling her, Your Honor. The victim does believe she passed out a second time due to that. The victim was eventually able to leave the unit that the suspect and victim were sharing. Additionally, Your Honor, the suspect is on community supervision through the Arizona Department of Corrections. He was released in January of this year for a prior aggravated assault. He does have criminal history dating past that, but the most recent conviction he has is an aggravated assault. The Arizona Department of Corrections does not differentiate what aggravated assault it was. Also, Your Honor, the state in their written recommendation did request a condition that the suspect not have any communication with gang members. In the Form 4, Your Honor, there is allegations that the victim is afraid of, she's afraid of the suspect, but additionally she's afraid of retaliation based on the suspect's ties to the Mexican mafia. Based on the totality of the circumstances, obviously, Your Honor, the concern for the victim's safety, the suspect's criminal history, as well as his violent criminal history, his recent release from prison, the state does believe a high cash bond is appropriate, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right. Well, Mr. Molina, by the way, is there a DOC hold on your records, officers?
It does not apply.
Pardon me?
It doesn't say it does not apply, so it doesn't look like it doesn't.
All right. Mr. Molina, I am setting a $30,000 cash-only bond in your case. The conditions include not having any contact with the alleged victim or witnesses. If an order of protection is issued and you're served with a copy, you must comply with its terms. Your next court date will be June 5th at 8:30 in Superior Court in downtown Phoenix, and your order's right over there.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
As far as it goes with the two charges that I had at the beginning, and I was sitting right here in the session, waiting to be heard by you at 5, and they brought up this other charge, the third charge, the aggravated assault. And it was like a last-minute thing, but the court was already in session. Is that legal?
You mean this hearing was already set?
Yeah,
But they added another charge? Yes.
Yeah, I was sitting out here.
Yes.
So it's legal?
Well, yes, because if there's probable cause to believe an offense has been committed, that doesn't mean that all the charges are in the short time that we have before a initial appearance hearing, that they basically frequently, I won't say frequently, most of the time, but enough that about every 100 or so cases, there's another crime that's been committed, there's probable cause to believe has been committed, and they amend their original pleadings and add that.
Yeah, because I just thought like they do their investigation and they come up here and charge me with the charges that they had. And then
sometimes there is more information and evidence that they've obtained. Sometimes they just, when they review the facts that they have, they believe that another serious offense has been committed and they add it. I don't know exactly what transpired in this particular case, but yes, it's legal, all right?
All right, thank you.
All right. Does Deputy County Attorney have one appear on any other cases on this docket?
Yes, Your Honor, the next one.
Okay. Roberto Cruz. And after Mr. Cruz will be Corin Hawkins.
I'm saying that he needs an interpreter.
Pardon me?
He's saying that he needs an interpreter?
He needs an interpreter, all right. We don't have an interpreter?
No. Should we move to the end?
Huh?
Do you want me to move him to?
Yeah. Listen, Mr. Cruz needs an interpreter. So, and I wasn't aware of that. So, we're going to put it towards the end of the docket, just so you'll know, okay?
Okay, thank you.
You bet. All right. Corin Hawkins, and then it'll be Adrian Tijerena. Full name, date of birth?
Corin Hawkins, April 28th, 1986.
All right, you, sir, were arrested yesterday, charged with possession of dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony, possession of narcotic drugs, a Class 4 felony, criminal damage by defacement, a Class 5 felony, and resisting arrest with passive resistance, a misdemeanor. The Public Defender's Office appointed to represent you. Does the County Attorney's Office have a position concerning any release conditions for Mr. Hawkins?
Your Honor, I don't recall. However, if the state did provide a written recommendation, that would be the written recommendation of the state.
All right, hold on a second. Yeah, I didn't see anything attached, and usually on the information I have, let me go back to the release order. Yeah, I am not aware of anything that was attached to this particular file. I'm looking at everything I have when I prepare the docket. Would you like to put this matter towards the end so we can be sure I have all the information?
Your Honor, the state reviewed the charges of the suspect. The state did not provide a written recommendation, so the state is deferring to Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Yeah, Mr. Hawkins, I'm setting a $2,000 secured appearance bond in this case. Public Defender's Office appointed to represent you. Conditions of your release include not returning to the scene of the alleged crime or having contact with alleged victims or witnesses, And if an order of protection is issued and you're served with a copy, you must comply with its terms. You understand? All right, your order's right over there. All right, Ryan Blue. You know, we skipped, did we skip Adrian Tejerina, number 1 on our docket?
I think you did.
All right, well, next will be Adrian Tejerina. Go ahead, Mr. Blue. Full name, date of birth?
Ryan Leslie Blue, February 5th, 1989.
All right, Mr. Blue, you're here because you were arrested yesterday, or I'm sorry, earlier today, charged with the following offenses, both of them misdemeanors: disorderly conduct by fighting, a misdemeanor, and criminal damage by defacement, a misdemeanor. Pretrial services says you're financially capable of hiring your own counsel. If that's not correct, any subsequent proceeding, you can request an attorney be appointed in your behalf. I'm going to release you on your own recognizance to appear in Surprise Municipal Court on June 24th at 1:30. Conditions of your release include, and this is the most important part, don't return to the scene of the alleged crime and have any contact with the victims or witnesses. These conditions can be amended at some future court hearing, but as you walk out, until you have another hearing, they're in effect.
Yes, sir.
Also, if an order of protection is issued and you're served with a copy, you must comply with its terms. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Your order's right over there.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Did I say Adrian Tejerina?
Yes.
All right. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. And then after that will be
What's that?
Micah Martin. Full name, date of birth, please.
I didn't hear it. What was that? Oh, I can't hear it. My bad. My ears.
Full name, date of birth.
Adrian Tejerina, March 15th, 03.
All right. You, sir, are here because you failed to appear on a driving on a suspended or revoked license in the jurisdiction of El Central Justice Court. A court hearing was to be conducted on February 21st. When you didn't show up, they issued a warrant for your arrest. This is your first arrest warrant in this traffic matter. I'm going to release you on your own recognizance to appear in El Central Justice Court on June 19th at 8:30. Make sure you show up this time, all right?
Perfect.
All right. Micah Martin, and then it'll be Thomas Mattingly. Full name, date of birth, ma'am.
Micah Joe Martin, 5180.
All right, ma'am. You were arrested earlier today, charged with possession of dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony, possession of drug paraphernalia, a Class 6 felony, and shoplifting. A misdemeanor. The public defender's office appointed to represent you. I'm releasing you on your own recognizance to appear in Superior Court, downtown Phoenix on June 16th. At 8:30, conditions of your release include not going back to the location where this is alleged to have occurred, and your order's right over there. Thomas Mattingly, and then it will be David Holliday. Full name, date of birth.
Thomas Jerome Mattingly, September 5th, 1969.
All right, sure. You were arrested earlier today, charged with theft of means of transportation. That's a Class 3 felony. I appoint the public defender's office to represent you. You're also on felony probation. And your probation officer has requested that a revocation proceeding will proceed. And in the interim, before that can be completed, I should do something about placing a hold on you, or that's part of our docket tonight. What I'm going to do is, on the new charge, I'm going to release you on your own recognizance, but you're to be supervised by your adult probation officer within 72 hours rather, of your release from custody. You contact him or her, and let them know that you're out and ask them what it is that they want you to, what rules apply to your release. Your next court date will be June 16th at 8:30 in Superior Court in downtown Phoenix. Then, on the probation violation matter, I'm releasing you on your own recognizance in that matter. Also, the next court date that you will have will be your revocation arraignment on June 6th at 8:30 in Superior Court, downtown Phoenix. So you got 2 dates. The revocation arraignment hearing on the 6th and your first court appearance on the new charges the 16th of June. All right?
Yes, sir.
There you go. Your order's right over there.
Thank you.
Kendall Brown. Oh, I'm sorry, David Holliday, then Kendall Brown. Come on. You are,
David Holiday,
all right, Mr. Holliday.
7/6/1980, 7/6/1980.
All right, you were arrested yesterday, charged with transportation for sale of dangerous drugs. That's a Class 2 felony. I appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. I'm releasing you on your own recognizance to appear in Superior Court, downtown Phoenix, June 16th at 8:30. There's your order right over there.
Thank you.
Kendall Brown, and then it'll be Andrew Hill. Full name, date of birth, please.
Kendall Brown, May 1st, 2005.
All right, Ms. Brown, you were arrested earlier today and charged with criminal damage by defacement, a misdemeanor, and disorderly conduct by fighting, a misdemeanor.
I have a question. What is that damage?
Yeah, I don't recall what the police report said now, but if I got a moment here, then
I didn't damage anything. All I did was tear
well,
my room.
Well, no, I remember pretty well what it said. You were upset because you left your phone in a friend's car. You started slamming doors while victim 1, your mom, and victim 2, your sister, were asleep, causing a disturbance.
Oh, they called on me.
Okay, listen to me. You broke a drawer on a vanity in the bedroom.
That was already broken.
Well, listen, I'm just telling you what the police report says. You tell your attorney these things, if you have an attorney. In the bathroom and during the disturbance period, the defendant also slammed the screen door multiple times on the front entrance of the house, breaking it. All right. That's what the police report says. If that is sufficient probable cause to establish the 2 offenses you've been charged with. Now, I'm going to release you on your own recognizance to appear in, let me get this release order up, to appear in Buckeye Municipal Court on the date will be June 17th at 2 p.m. Conditions of your release include if you're served with an order of protection. If an order of protection is issued and you're served with a copy, you must comply with its terms. One of the problems we have in misdemeanor cases where it's somebody who's part of the group of family that lives there is setting conditions and rules that accomplish what we hope to accomplish, which is not have any more problems. And the solution to the problem quickly can be if there's any other unusual behavior that's threatening or it's the kind of thing that there is a sufficient basis for the issuance of an order of protection. It can be issued, and if you're served with a copy, you can be prevented from going back to the location where you live. These are the kinds of orders and conditions that are imposed when it's family members are having a dispute or somebody that lives with them. So what I'm suggesting to you is that don't let these kind of things happen again. You've got a court date, and if something gets out of control, there's a simple way they can resolve it, which is to have an order of protection issued. All right? And I don't think you want that. You're just gonna have to make sure that, you don't contribute to any kind of, chaotic behavior, all right? Your order's right over there.
Thank you.
All right. Andrew Hill. And after Mr. Hill is Evelyn Nunez. Full name, date of birth, Mr. Hill.
Good evening, Your Honor. My date of birth is 7/12/1961, sir.
All right. You, sir, were arrested earlier today, charged with possession of dangerous drugs, a class 4 felony. Pretrial services says you're financially capable of hiring your own counsel. That's not correct. You can request appointment of counsel any subsequent court appearance. I'm releasing you on supervised release to appear in Superior Court in downtown Phoenix on June 16th at 8:30. There you go, and your order's right over there.
Thank you very much.
All right. Evelyn Nunez, and then it'll be Nicholas Carr. Full name, date of birth.
Evelyn Nunez, 04/30/2002.
All right, ma'am. You were arrested today and charged with aggravated assault, a class 5 felony, and disorderly conduct with noise, a misdemeanor. I appoint the public defender's office to represent you. I'm going to release you on your own recognizance to appear in Superior Court on June 16th at 8:30. All right, there's your order right over there. Nicholas Carr, then it'll be Samantha Moss. Full name, date of birth, please.
Nicholas Carr, 05/03/1996.
All right. You, sir, were arrested earlier today, charged with the following offenses. 1 count each except for criminal damage and defacement. There are 2 counts of that, class 5 felonies. 1 count of possession of narcotic drugs, a class 4 felony. Drug paraphernalia, a class 1 misdemeanor. Driving while under the influence, a misdemeanor. And then they charge the driving while under the influence in several different ways. It can be committed, but there's only one event. And a lot of it depends upon how high your blood count was and whether or not you have any convictions within a certain period. But they're all misdemeanors at this stage. And appoint the public defender's office to represent you. I'm releasing you on your own recognizance to appear in Superior Court, downtown Phoenix, June 16th at 8:30, and your order's right over there.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Samantha Moss, and then it'll be Eric Bustos. Full name, date of birth?
First name Samantha, last name Mays, date of birth 1/2/97.
All right, ma'am. You were arrested earlier today, charged with the following offenses. Wait a minute. I want to make sure. I got to drop down one. I thought that was a little too. You were charged with committing. I'm trying to see which. Yeah, it was earlier today. Violation of an order of protection, class 1 misdemeanor, and because of the number of times it's been violated and charges have been filed, it's also a class 5 felony. Pretrial services says you're financially capable of hiring your own attorney. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to release you on supervised release to appear in Superior Court on June 16th at 8:30 in downtown Phoenix. Conditions of your release include not returning to the scene of the alleged crime or having any contact with the alleged victim or witnesses, and you must comply with the order of protection. What will happen the next time if there's a problem, a bond will be set, and one of the conditions of release is you'll be subject to electronic monitoring to make sure you don't go there. Because when you're on electronic monitoring, they basically know where you are at all times. there's not a problem with that unless you go to the location you've been prevented from going to. And you can't beat that condition by removing your electronic monitoring, because then will be issued a warrant for your arrest and a bond will be set in the order. So what I'm telling you is, don't go back to that location. Don't have contact. Whatever the terms of the order of protection are, you must comply with them. If you don't, and you violate them again, and a charge is filed, very likely you'll have a big bond set enough to make it worth your while not to violate. You have another time where that statute's been violated and be required to be subject to electronic monitoring, all right?
Okay.
So next court date, June 16th at 1:30, your order's right over there. Eric Bustos, and then it'll be Raymond Barron. Full name, date of birth.
Eric Bustos, 10/30/91.
All right, Mr. Bustos, you were arrested earlier today, charged with possession of narcotic drugs, a Class 4 felony. Pretrial services says you're financially capable of hiring your own counsel. I'm going to release you on your own recognizance to appear in Superior Court, downtown Phoenix, on June 16th at 8:30. And your order's right over there. Raymond Barron, and then it'll be Antonio Guevara.
Huh? Bar? No, it's not Antonio Guevara. It's Antonio Guevara.
Yes. 17 isn't signed? What?
Sorry, 37.
You said what?
37, sorry.
Okay, 37. All right. Full name, date of birth, please.
Raymond Nicholas Baron, 10/10/87.
All right. You, sir, were arrested earlier today, charged with possession of dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony, and a form of burglary, a Class 4 felony. I appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you. You're being released on supervisory release to appear in Superior Court on June 16th at 8:30. Conditions of your release include not returning to the scene where you are alleged to have committed the offenses. And because you're on supervised release, there'll be a phone number in the paperwork you get to contact pretrial services within a few days of your release.
Yes.
Call that number, touch base with them, okay?
Okay. Yeah.
All right, there you go. Your order's right over there. Now, you said 17 or 36?
37, sorry.
37?
Yes.
All right, I'm looking. Okay. 1 second here. I can't believe, I know what I was going to do. I was going to add a term and then I didn't. There we go. Tell me if that's not enough.
Perfect, thank you.
Antonio Guevara, and then after Mr. Guevara will be Cody Overstreet. Full name, date of birth?
Antonio Guevara, 7/14/86.
Okay, Mr. Guevara, you were arrested yesterday, charged with these 4 offenses: possession of dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony; possession of narcotic drugs, a Class 4 felony; resisting arrest with physical force, a Class 6 felony; and possession of drug paraphernalia, Class 6 felony. The Public Defender's Office appointed to represent you. I am going to release you on your own recognizance to appear in Superior Court, downtown Phoenix, June 16th at 8:30. All right? And your order's right over there.
Thank you.
Cody Overstreet, and then it will be Roberto Cruz. No, wait, it's a Spanish speaker. Okay, Cody Overstreet. Full name, date of birth, Mr. Overstreet.
Cody Overstreet, 09/14/1992.
All right. You were arrested yesterday, charged with aggravated DUI, a Class 4 felony. The aggravation in the Class 4 felony is because I think you were either driving on a suspended or revoked license at the time it's alleged to have occurred, or you have, within the statutory period of time, other convictions that would allow, which would make this a felony.
Your Honor, would it maybe be that I didn't, I wasn't going to comply with the breathalyzer test?
With what?
A breathalyzer test?
No.
That's not it?
No. I mean, because they...
I wasn't driving, Your Honor, so I don't understand.
They do almost all the time when somebody that they have reasonable cause to believe is driving while under the influence, if they refuse to submit to, well, it's not a breathalyzer test. What they do is it's a blood test that they will give you. And one of the things we do in this court, and while we're here all day, there's a little red icon on the upper right-hand side when it lights up, and it does a lot, like, say, New Year's night. A lot of cases, officers arresting somebody who they believe is driving while under the influence, and they refuse to submit to a blood test, and we issue an order if we believe that the officer had reasonable cause, and we swear him in, and it's an affidavit. If he swears that all the information he's provided us are true and correct to the best of his knowledge, then he has a court order, and they can do whatever is reasonably necessary to draw blood. If this didn't happen in your case, I don't know why. Well, let me just tell you, you're currently on probation in New Mexico, I guess, in that, let me see, I don't know, there's a bunch of other things that are here, but pretrial services says you're financially capable of hiring your own attorney. I'm releasing you on your own recognizance to appear in Superior Court, downtown Phoenix, June 16th at 8:30. All right, and your order's right over there.
Yes, sir. One more question, Your Honor. Because I live in New Mexico, how would I go about doing?
Well, you are technically you are required not. The release order will state you're not to leave the state without the court's permission.
The state of Arizona?
Yeah, leave the Arizona states. All right.
May I have your permission?
No, I can't. I'm not going to do it because I don't know enough about you. But
yes,
if you get an attorney, they shouldn't have any problem presenting the appropriate request to a judge. And usually, I won't say every case, but the grant is extended sufficiently enough that it seems like, unless there's some weird problem, maybe you've got warrants all over the place.
No, sir.
I know.
I travel for work.
Yes, there you go.
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor.
You bet. Well, we have Spanish speakers.
I have an interpreter.
You do have an interpreter. All these people from number 17, 2, 4, and 34 need an interpreter, right? Yes? Okay. All right, can you hear me, Mr. Interpreter?
Yes.
Madam Interpreter. All right, we've had 4, from what I can tell, we're in open court. We have 4 Spanish speakers. This is their initial appearance. They've all been arrested within the last 24 hours. Under Arizona law, they're entitled to see a judicial officer within 24 hours. The first one, let me see here. Okay. Yeah, Roberto. How about, would you have Roberto come in here, please?
Señor Roberto, ¿podría venir, por favor?
All right. They were in a separate room. with big glass windows, they can see see us, but they have to walk into the courtroom. Give me your full name and date of birth, please.
Roberto.
No, listen.
Roberto Aguirre Cruz, 18 de enero de 1991.
Roberto Aguirre Cruz, January the 18th, 1991.
All right, Roberto, you were arrested earlier today and charged with aggravated assault. That's a Class 4 felony. I'm setting a $4,500 bond. You will be
Your Honor, the
subject.
state's on the phone. I mean, on camera.
I'm sorry. What?
The state is appearing on this case, Your Honor.
I'm what? Oh, the county. I'm sorry. I apologize. I thought the interpreter was asking me a question. Yes. There's a county attorney's office. Madam Interpreter, the county attorney's office is appearing virtually on several of these cases. This is one of them. And I will ask the county attorney if their office has a position concerning any release conditions.
Your Honor, the state's giving time for the interpreter to interpret.
Okay.
All right.
Señor, usted ha sido, se le ha presentado el cargo de un ataque. Ese es un delito de clase 1 y se le ha establecido una fianza de $4,500.
All right. Go ahead.
For the record, Your Honor, Ashley Stetson on behalf of the state.
All right.
Madam Interpreter, do you want to interpret?
Okay. Con su permiso, jurado, Ashley Steppen está presente en nombre del Estado.
Thank you. Your Honor, the state is requesting bond be set in the amount of $50,000 cash.
El Estado está solicitando esta fianza calculada en la cantidad de $50,000 en efectivo.
The allegations in this case are that the suspect physically assaulted the victim.
Las acusaciones en este caso son que el sospechoso ha agredido físicamente a la víctima.
To the point that her nose, portion of her nose was severed from her face.
Al punto en que parte de su nariz ha sido separada de su rostro.
Your Honor, the suspect has prior felony convictions, Your Honor. He has prior assaultive behavior. Additionally, the state believes that there was a strangulation as well.
El acusado tiene un proceso de delito previo de este comportamiento de ataques. Adicionalmente, se cree que también ha habido una estrangulación.
Taking all of that into consideration,
tomando todo esto en consideración,
the state believes that a high cash bond is appropriate.
I'm going to amend this.
El Estado considera que una fianza de esta cantidad en efectivo es apropiada.
From the Form 4, the officer states that the officer observed the victim's nose to be severely swollen and the side of her nose that connects the nostril to her face to be ripped from the cheek.
Desde la oficina del oficial del estado, el oficial observó que la nariz de la víctima está gravemente hinchada, que el lado de su nariz que conecta las fosas nasales a su rostro están rasgados y separados de sus mejillas.
The victim's minor child had to call the police because of the incident.
La víctima, quien es es un infante, es un menor, tuvo que llamar a la policía debido al incidente.
Your Honor, the state would like to retract the statement about strangulation. There is no strangulation. The state accidentally did check that box on the written recommendation.
El Estado desearía retirar esta declaración acerca de la estrangulación. No hay una estrangulación. El Estado accidentalmente revisó ello como una recomendación escrita.
In addition, Your Honor, the state is asking for an alcohol monitoring condition and no alcohol consumption as the suspect was highly intoxicated, as outlined in the allegations.
En adición a ello, se le solicita al Estado una condición de monitoreo de consumo de alcohol, ya que el sospechoso estaba altamente intoxicado de alcohol.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you.
Gracias.
Go ahead. All right, Mr. Cruz, I'm going to set bond in the amount of $10,000 cash only. The victim in this case suffered some very serious facial damage. And I'm going to require that if you are released, you will be subject to electronic monitoring.
Señor Cruz, voy a establecer su fianza en la cantidad de $10,000 solo en efectivo. La víctima, en este caso, ha sufrido un daño en el rostro muy grave y voy a solicitar que en caso usted sea liberado, esté bajo un constante monitoreo electrónico.
Because you are going to be, the conditions of release would be not returning to the scene of the alleged offense or having any contact with victims or witnesses. And if an order of protection is issued and you're served with a copy, you must comply with its terms.
Debido a que en caso usted sea liberado, las condiciones serían que usted no regrese a la escena en donde se presentó esta supuesta defensa, ni tenga contacto ni con las víctimas ni con los testigos, y en caso una orden de protección sea emitida, a usted se le va a enviar una copia y debe cumplir con los requerimientos.
You will not be released without the electronic monitoring device placed on you. This is to be sure that you do not have any contact with the victim or go back to the location where this is alleged to have occurred.
Usted no va a ser liberado sin tener el dispositivo de monitoreo electrónico puesto. Esto es para asegurarnos de que usted no tenga contacto con la víctima ni que regrese a la ubicación en donde estas acusaciones tomaron lugar.
Do you have any questions?
Sí, es que es mi domicilio. Es mi domicilio el lugar de los hechos.
Yes, the place where this happened is my home address.
I'm sorry. What? I didn't understand what you said, Madam Interpreter. Could you repeat?
Yes. The place where this happened, it's my home.
All right. And until a court or a judge modifies the order that I've just made, what I've just ordered will stay in place, even if it's your house.
Hasta que un tribunal o un juez modifique la orden que le acabo de indicar, la orden va a permanecer tal cual, incluso aunque haya sido su domicilio.
I didn't know that before, but until the victim and witnesses locate somewhere else, you're not to have any contact with them or go back to your own residence.
Yo no tenía conocimiento de ello previamente, pero hasta que las víctimas y los testigos puedan ubicar un lugar distinto, usted no va a tener contacto con ellas ni va a regresar a su propia residencia.
Anything else?
No, está bien.
Okay. All right. Yeah, hold on one second.
Can you select the monitoring? Can you select the ankle monitor? I can use
What monitor?
on that one. It's not appearing on the.
It's not recording.
No. You didn't select ankle monitoring.
It didn't. It isn't on there. It should be. I had it on there. Well, I modified it, so. All right. Thank you. Yeah, my clerk just mentioned to me that ankle monitoring was not included as I intended, so I will add that right now.
Bien, la señorita nos mencionó que este dispositivo de monitoreo en el tobillo no había sido incluido, tal cual como yo le había indicado, por lo cual lo voy a añadir en este momento.
Una pregunta.
One question.
¿Qué pasa si prefiero cambiar de domicilio a otro estado?
What would happen if I decide to change my home address to a different state?
If that's your house, you're not going to lose your home because of this, but temporarily, you're not going to go back to that location, even if it's your own house, while the victim stays there for the foreseeable immediate future.
Si es que este lugar es su domicilio, usted no va a perder su casa debido a esto. Es una medida temporal, pero usted no puede regresar hacia esa ubicación, aunque sea su propia casa, hasta que la víctima pueda buscar un lugar en donde quedarse a futuro.
The victims in situations like this frequently find another place to live. Until that happens, or another judge in the future changes the order, you're not to go back there.
Las víctimas en esta situación generalmente encuentran otro lugar en donde vivir hasta que ello suceda o hasta que otro juez a futuro cambie esta orden. Usted no va a regresar allí.
Muy bien.
Okay.
Okay, your order's right over there.
Thank you.
Madam Interpreter, we have a few more Spanish speakers. What's that?
Your Honor, oh, sorry. Your Honor, may the state be excused.
Still missing the ankle monitor.
I didn't sign it.
No, it's not okay. Yeah, I think you need to sign it again.
Okay, sign it again. Okay, hold on, Madam Interpreter. County Attorney. My clerk informs me that the release order still does not. All right, let me add that again. Regarding the ankle monitoring, for some reason I pushed the wrong button. I will do it again. Okay, here we go. Now, tell me, it says pretrial services are required. Okay, well, all right. All right, I will go back and pretrial services. I thought that automatically popped up pretrial services. Let me sign it in. All right. Okay, we got it?
Yeah.
All right. Is there anything else that the state wants to appear on, any Spanish speakers? Because I think that's all we have left, and I have one house call number, Mr. Bayer.
No, Your Honor, the state is asking to be excused.
Oh, you can be excused.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You bet. All right, next we have Eddie Chuck.
El siguiente es el señor Eddie Chuck.
Okay, he's standing at the lectern now. I'd like him to give me his full name and date of birth.
Bien, me gustaría, señor, que me diga su nombre completo y su fecha de nacimiento.
Edwin Santos Chuk, el 28 de febrero de 2001.
Eddie Chuck, February the 28th, 2001.
All right. Mr. Chuck, you were arrested earlier today and charged with aggravated driving while under the influence while driving the wrong way on a major road and aggravated driving while under the influence while your license to drive was suspended or revoked. Those are both Class 4 felonies.
Bien, señor, usted ha sido arrestado más temprano el día de hoy y se le ha dado el cargo de conducir bajo la influencia y estar conduciendo en sentido opuesto mientras conducía a casa. Y también a estar conduciendo bajo la influencia mientras que su licencia de conducir estaba suspendida o revocada. Este es un delito de cuarta clase.
Pretrial Services says that you are financially capable of hiring your own attorney. If that's not correct, at any subsequent court proceeding, you can request the appointment of an attorney to represent you.
Los servicios previos al juicio indican que usted es financieramente capaz de poder contratar a su propio abogado y si eso no es correcto, la corte que proceda puede usted solicitar la cita para que un abogado lo represente.
I am releasing you on your own recognizance to appear in Superior Court in downtown Phoenix on June 16th at 8:30 in the morning. Do you have any questions?
Ahora estoy liberando su propio reconocimiento de comparecer en la Corte Superior en el centro de Phoenix el día 6 de junio a las 8:30 de la mañana. ¿Tiene alguna pregunta?
No.
All right. He said no. Your order's right over there. All right. We will next take Olga Carvajal.
Muy bien, entonces sus órdenes ya están allí. Ahora vamos a continuar con Olga Carballo.
Full name, date of birth, please.
Nombre es Olga Lidia Luna Carvajal. Fecha de nacimiento es 23 de diciembre de 1975.
My full name is Olga Lidia Luna Carvajal. Date of birth, December the 23rd, 1975.
All right. You were charged with aggravated taking the identity of another and 2 counts of forgery of a instrument that you controlled. Those were both felonies. You failed to appear at a trial management conference on December 16th. What happened?
Usted ha sido acusada de tomar la identidad de una madre y de 2 cargos de falsificación de un instrumento que usted controla. Ambos son delitos. Usted falló en acercarse a esta reunión previa el día 16 de diciembre. ¿Qué sucedió?
Yo cumplí con todos las cortes. Estuve con abogado, incluso me estaban dando ya, me iban a poner la clase de, una clase, no sé de qué, o sea, para lo del robo de identidad, me iban a poner en provecho. Y pues no sé por qué me pusieron otra vez el arresto.
I went to all of the court dates, and I was going to be placed on probation, but I don't know why I was arrested again.
Yeah, the particular case that's pending now in front of me doesn't have anything to do with probation. It was a case that had to still be determined whether you were guilty or innocent.
Este caso en particular que está enfrente mío en este momento no tiene ninguna relación con la libertad condicional. Este caso es para determinar bien si usted es culpable o inocente.
The court hearing that you didn't show up for was a trial management hearing to discuss things concerning the conducting of a trial regarding your trial, your innocence or guilt.
Las fechas de audiencia para la corte a las que usted no asistió fueron las fechas de audiencia de gestión de juicio con cosas relacionadas a cómo se iba a realizar el juicio acerca de su inocencia o culpabilidad.
So I ask you again, why didn't you show up in December when this hearing was to be conducted?
Entonces, mi pregunta es una vez más, ¿por qué no usted asistió en el mes de diciembre cuando esta audiencia tomó lugar?
El abogado me dijo que no asistiera a la audiencia porque él ya había arreglado todo. Y por eso yo no fui.
Told me, the attorney told me to not show on the court because he had already worked it out on his side, and that's why I didn't go.
Well, that was a mistake. Pretrial services recommends that you get released so you can appear again on this matter. You're going to be released subject to the supervision of pretrial services. Next court date, June 10th at 8:30.
Bueno, eso fue un error. Los servicios de forma previa al juicio dan como recomendación que usted sea liberada si es que pudiera presentarse de nuevo con este asunto, por lo cual va a ser liberada bajo este asunto con supervisión, con servicios previos al juicio, con la siguiente fecha de corte para el día 10 de junio a las 8:30.
The papers that you received tonight will have the phone number for pretrial services. Within a few days of your release, call them and touch base with them at that number.
Okay.
Do you have any questions?
Los documentos que usted va a recibir tienen el número de teléfono para los servicios previos al juicio, los cuales van a ser unos cuantos días antes de que usted sea liberada. Entonces llámelos, póngase en contacto con ellos con ese número. ¿Tiene usted alguna pregunta?
No.
All right. There are orders right over there. All right, next.
Entonces sus órdenes están por allá.
All right. Next will be a Jesus Mundo.
El siguiente va a ser el señor Jesús Mundo.
Would you give me your full name and date of birth, please?
¿Me podría decir su nombre completo y fecha de nacimiento, por favor?
Jesús Francisco Ramos Mundo, nací el 27 de enero de 1994.
Jesús Francisco Ramos Mundo, date of birth January the 27th, 1994.
Okay, you were arrested yesterday, charged with these two felonies: possession of dangerous drugs, a class 4 felony, possession of drug paraphernalia, a class 6 felony, and pretrial services says that you are financially capable of hiring your own attorney.
Bien, usted fue arrestado el día de ayer. Los cargos que se le están indicando son 2 cargos de posesión de drogas de origen peligroso, lo cual este es un delito de clase 4. Posesión de drogas de parafernalia es un delito de clase 6. Y los servicios de forma previa a la corte indican que usted es financieramente capaz de poder contratar a su propio abogado.
I'm going to release you on your own recognizance to appear in Superior Court in downtown Phoenix on June 16th at 8:30. Do you have any questions?
Voy a liberar en su propio conocimiento para que pueda presentarse a la Corte Superior de Justicia en el centro de Phoenix el día 16 de junio a las 8:30. ¿Tiene alguna pregunta?
No.
All right. Your order's right over there.
Okay, thank you.
Sus órdenes están por allá.
I think that's all the Spanish speakers. We don't have anybody left except, nobody left that we haven't talked to. Thank you very much. Great job, Madam Interpreter.
Oh, thank you so much. My name is Raquel, ID 40650. Have a great evening. Goodbye.
You too. All right, we have one house call, Matthew Bear. Let me get his case up here. Where am I? Number 18. Come on. Mr. Bear was arrested yesterday, charged with possession of dangerous drugs, a class 4 felony, possession of drug paraphernalia, class 6 felony, and he has an arrest warrant for violating conditions of probation. This warrant was issued on May 1st of this year. On the new shoplifting charge, which in this case is a class 4 felony, I set a $250 bond with conditions that he not go back to the location where this is alleged to have occurred. His next court date on the shoplifting charge will be June 5th at 8:30 in Superior Court in downtown Phoenix. On the probation violation matter, a $250 bond was set in that warrant when it was issued. I'm keeping that in place. His next court date will be June 6th at 8:30 in Superior Court in downtown Phoenix for his revocation arraignment hearing. That's it, right? All right. I will log off.
Thank you, everyone. Please be seated. Good evening. This is the 11 o'clock calendar on the last day of the month. On the first day of May, orders were read into the record that affect all of you regarding DNA and fingerprinting. In just a moment, I'm going to call you up to the podium one at a time. When you get to the podium, I need your name. I'll tell you the charges you're here on. I'll appoint most of you an attorney. I'll set your next hearing date, give you a location. I'll set your general release conditions. All of you will have general release conditions. They are as follows. Do not make contact with the arresting officers. Do not possess any drugs without a valid prescription. Do not drive a motor vehicle without a valid license. Keep us informed as to where you are living. If you're on probation, you'll be ordered to contact your probation officer. If the charges you are here on indicate there may be a victim, I'll order you to stay away from that victim and not return to the scene of the alleged crime. At the end of your hearing, one of these fine officers will hand all your paperwork to you. Please, when you get back to your seat or at your earliest convenience, read it over again. Thank you, folks. The record will reflect I read the victim's impact statement for number 23. Mr. Brown, come on up, Mr. Brown. And Jose? Jose, why don't you have a seat next to the door? Tell me your full name, Javier.
It's Javier David Brown, 0505-1985, Your Honor.
Thank you. Sir, this is a Cochise County, a warrant for your arrest. It's narcotic possession, which is a Class 4 felony. I cannot appoint you an attorney in Cochise. That's up to the Cochise judge. You're going to meet the Cochise judge on the 4th day of June. The judge wants you held non-bondable until you see him or her. Good luck, sir.
What judge would this be in the Maricopa? Because they had
Cochise.
So,
They'll come get you, and they'll come get you probably the first part of next week, and you'll get to see the judge later.
We came up here for rehab that I didn't like. I got out, and then now I got to go back to Cochise. It's weird. I try not to leave Maricopa. But,
I'm sorry, sir.
No, it's quite fine. We'll figure it out.
Jose, come on up, Jose. And then Miss Thomas is after Jose. Tell me your full name, sir.
Jose Manuel Rosas.
Mr. Rosas, this is a murder case, a Class 1 felony, endangerment of Class 6 felony. I've appointed you an attorney, sir. Your next hearing date is the 6th day of June, downtown Phoenix. Bond is $150,000. Good luck, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Go ahead, he's got the paperwork. Good luck. Miss Thomas? Miss Thomas, come on up, Miss Thomas. And then Charles Cox is after this lady. Tell me your full name.
Jaleesa Thomas.
Miss Thomas, this is discharge of a firearm within city limits. There should be 3 counts, but they just charge you one count. Each time a weapon's fired, it could be a different count. I've appointed you an attorney, miss. Your next hearing is on the 5th day of June. A bond is set at $25,000. Good luck, miss. Charles, Mr. Cox. Come on up, Charles. After Charles is Quincy Mays. Good evening, sir. Tell me your name.
Charles Cox.
Mr. Cox, this is a probation violation out of Yavapai County. I'm not allowed to appoint an attorney in Yavapai. You're going to meet the Yavapai judge who can on the 4th day of June. The Yavapai judge wants a $25,000 bond. Good luck in Yavapai, sir. Mr. Mays, come on up, Mr. Mays. And Carla Wyndham is after Mr. Mays. Good evening, sir. Tell me your name, please.
Quincy Mays.
You have a soft voice, sir. One more time.
Quincy Mays.
Thank you, Mr. Mays. Mr. Mays, this first matter is possession of a weapon by a prohibited person, Class 4 felony. Disorderly conduct, fighting, misdemeanor. Criminal damage, a misdemeanor. And the possession of a weapon is 2 counts. I've appointed you an attorney, sir. Your next hearing is on the 5th day of June, downtown Phoenix. Bond is set at $10,000. Good luck, sir.
Thank you.
Oh, Mr. Mays, why don't you step back over? You also have a probation violation matter with that. I've appointed you the same attorney. Your probation revocation hearing is going to be on the 6th. Bond is $50. Good luck.
Thank you.
Carla, come on up, Carla. And then Terrence is after Carla. Miss Wyndham, tell me your full name.
Carla Wyndham.
Miss Wyndham, this is a shoplifting as a Class 5 felony. I've appointed you an attorney. Your next hearing, downtown Phoenix, on the 5th day of June. A bond is set at $10,000. Good luck, miss.
Do I have any release conditions?
Pardon me?
Do I have any release conditions?
Yes, they're all in writing over there, plus a bond of $10,000.
Okay.
Good luck. Mr. Gibson, come on up, Mr. Gibson. And after Mr. Gibson is Miss Labadie, I think. Labadie. Tell me your full name, sir.
Terrence Gibson.
Mr. Gibson, this is 3 counts of possession of a weapon by a prohibited person, Class 4 felonies, dangerous drug, Class 4 felony, drug paraphernalia as a misdemeanor. It's normally a Class 6 felony, and carrying a weapon in failure to admit, a misdemeanor. I've appointed you an attorney, sir. Your next hearing is on the 5th day of June, downtown Phoenix. Bond is set at $5,000. Good luck, sir. Miss Labadie, and then Erica's after this lady. Tell me your full name, please.
Personally, Labadie.
I apologize for mispronouncing your last name.
It's okay.
Theft of means of transportation as a Class 6 felony is your first charge. I've appointed you an attorney. Your next hearing date is the 9th of June, downtown Phoenix. Bond is set at $50. The next one, miss, is a probation violation. Same attorney. The 6th day of June, downtown Phoenix. Bond is $50. And the last one, miss, is another probation violation. Same attorney. Same hearing date as the last one, the 6th day of June, downtown Phoenix. The judge wants a $1,000 bond on that one. Good luck, miss. Erica Garcia, Miss Garcia, come on up. And then Aranda, Mr. Aranda is after Miss Garcia. Miss Garcia, tell me your full name.
Erica Garcia.
Miss, this is a probation violation matter. I've appointed you an attorney. Your probation revocation hearing is going to be on the 6th day of June, downtown Phoenix. Bond is set at $1,000. The next one, miss, is another probation violation. Same attorney, same hearing date, the 6th. Same bond amount, different bond, $1,000. Good luck, miss. Mr. Aranda? Come on up, Mr. Aranda. And then Lyle Hicks is after this gentleman. Tell me your full name, please.
Hayden Gabriel Aranda III.
Thank you. This first matter is a probation violation matter, sir. I've appointed you an attorney. Your probation revocation hearing is going to be on the 6th, downtown Phoenix. Bond is set by another judge, the probation judge, at $750. The next one, sir, is dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony, drug paraphernalia, a Class 6 felony, resisting arrest as a misdemeanor, obstruction of justice, refusing to give a true name, another misdemeanor. I've appointed you an attorney, sir. Your next hearing is on the 5th day of June, downtown Phoenix. Bond is set at $50. Good luck, sir.
So they're both $100?
Well, no. One is $750 and one is $50, total $800. Good luck.
Oh.
Mr. Hicks. Come on up, Mr. Hicks. And then Colby is after Lyle. Tell me your full name, sir.
Lyle Daniel Hicks.
Sir, this is organized retail theft, a Class 4 felony. I've appointed you an attorney, sir. Your next hearing date is the 16th day of June, downtown Phoenix. You're being released to pretrial services. You'll be out of here in about 6 hours. That gentleman to your far left is going to hand you a whole bunch of paperwork. Read it carefully. Those are the rules you have to follow. Good luck, sir. You'll be out in 6 hours.
Yeah, I have nowhere else to go.
Well, sir, you're getting out in 6 hours. Good luck. Colby, come on up, Colby. And then Manuel Hernandez is after this gentleman.
Thank you, Honor.
Tell me your full name, sir.
Colby Ryan Valdez, 12696.
Thank you for the date of birth, sir. I appreciate it. Sir, this is a dangerous drug case and drug paraphernalia case, Class 4 and Class 6 felonies. I've appointed you an attorney, sir. Your next hearing is the 16th of June, downtown Phoenix. You're being released to pretrial services. That gentleman to your left and behind you is going to hand you a whole bunch of paperwork. Read it carefully. Those are the rules you have to follow. Good luck, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Hernandez. Manuel. Manuel Hernandez. And Williams is after Hernandez. Tell me your full name, sir.
Manuel C. Hernandez.
Mr. Hernandez, this is a criminal trespassing as a Class 6 felony. I've appointed you an attorney, sir. Your next hearing is the 16th day of June, downtown Phoenix. You're being released to pretrial services. You'll be out of here in about 6 hours. Read the paperwork the officer hands you carefully. Those are the rules you have to follow. Good luck, sir.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Williams, come on up, Mr. Williams. Pull back the hoodie, Mr. Williams. Thank you very much. And then Taylor, Xavier, is after this gentleman. Tell me your full name, sir.
Taki Lamont Williams, sir.
Sir, this is possession of a weapon by a prohibited person, Class 4 felony. Narcotic drugs, a Class 4 felony. I've appointed you an attorney, sir. Your next hearing is the 16th day of June. You're being released to pretrial services. You'll be out of here in about 6 hours. Read the paperwork that's handed to you very carefully. Those are the rules you have to follow. Good luck.
So I'll be out?
Yes, 6 hours.
6 hours?
Good luck.
Oh, thank God. Oh, God.
Mr. Taylor, come on, Mr. Taylor. And then Kate, Barb, is after Xavier. Tell me your full name, sir.
Xavier Taylor.
Mr. Taylor, you got two different matters. The first one's exceeding the 85-mile-an-hour maximum speed. I cannot appoint you an attorney. That's a misdemeanor. You're going to meet the judge who can on the 18th of June. They probably won't, but they do have the power. You're being released on your own recognizance, sir.
Okay.
The next one, sir, is 2 counts of narcotic drugs, transportation or sale, Class 2 felony. 2 counts of transportation of marijuana and or sale, Class 3 felony. I've appointed you an attorney on those. Your next hearing is the 16th. You're being released on your own recognizance. Good luck, sir.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Kate, Barb, Miss Barb. Frank is after Kate. Good evening. Tell me your full name.
Kate Barb?
Miss Barb, dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony, possession of a weapon possession or use of a weapon in a drug offense, Class 4 felony, drug paraphernalia, Class 6 felony, carrying a weapon and failure to admit it, a Class 1 misdemeanor. I've appointed you an attorney. Your next hearing is the 16th day of June. You're being released on your own recognizance. You'll be out of here in about 6 hours. Good luck.
Thank you.
Frank, come on up, Frank. And Mr. Johnson is after Frank. Tell me your full name, sir.
Frank Edward Honestewa.
Sir, this is a probation violation matter, sir. I've appointed you an attorney. You're going to have a probation revocation hearing on the 6th day of June, downtown Phoenix. You're being released on your own recognizance. Good luck.
Okay. Thank you.
Mr. Johnson, come on up, Mr. Johnson. Mr. Johnson, come on up. And Cassandra's after Mr. Johnson. Tell me your full name, please.
Marcus Montreal Johnson.
Mr. Johnson, this is a probation violation matter, sir. I've appointed you an attorney. You're going to have a probation revocation hearing on the 6th, downtown Phoenix. You're being released on your own recognizance. You'll be out in about 6 hours. Your next one's also a probation violation. Same attorney, same hearing date, the 6th, same location, downtown Phoenix. Same release on your own recognizance. Good luck, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Cassandra, come on up, Cassandra. Tell me your full name, please, miss.
Cassandra Ann Santian.
Miss, you've got 4 different matters. Miss, this first one's a probation violation. I've appointed you an attorney. Your next hearing date's the 6th, downtown Phoenix. You're being released on your own recognizance. The next one, miss, is another probation violation. Same attorney, same hearing date, the 6th, same release condition on your own recognizance. Miss, the next one's another probation violation. Same attorney, same hearing date, the 6th, same location, downtown Phoenix. Again, you're being released on your own recognizance. And the last one, miss, is another probation violation. Same attorney, same hearing date, same location, same release conditions on your own recognizance. Miss, when you step outside this building at about 5 a.m. in the morning, contact your probation officer.
Okay.
If you follow their rules and my rules, you're given the next judge you meet on the 6th some good reasons to not put you in prison on the 6th.
Okay.
And the judge can stack all these. That means one sentence after another. You're way too young to go to prison for the next 10 years.
Okay.
Good luck.
Thank you.
And it's, the court in Phoenix, right?
Pardon me?
Phoenix court, right?
No, Superior Court.
Okay, okay, thank you.
Mr. Jones, come on down, Mr. Jones. And then Ms. Lopez is after Mr. Jones. Good evening, Mr. Jones. Tell me your full name, Derek.
Derek Taylor Jones.
Mr. Jones, this is a dangerous drug case and drug paraphernalia case. Those are Class 4 and Class 6 felonies. I've appointed you an attorney, sir. Your next hearing date is going to be on the 16th of June, downtown Phoenix. You'll be released on your own recognizance. You'll be out of here in 6 hours. Good luck, sir.
Thank you.
Ms. Lopez. Ms. Lopez. Tell me your full name, Ms. Lopez.
Kayla Lopez, date of birth, April 1st, year 2000.
Thank you, Ms. Lopez. Ms. Lopez, this is a criminal damage case. It's a misdemeanor. Assault as a misdemeanor. I cannot appoint you an attorney as to misdemeanors. You're going to meet the judge who can on the 17th. I'm releasing you on your own recognizance. However, you cannot return to the scene of the alleged crime and you cannot have contact with the alleged victim. Good luck.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Isaiah, come on up. Armando is after Isaiah. Tell me your full name, sir.
Isaiah Maru.
Sir, this is a shoplifting as a misdemeanor, another shoplifting as a misdemeanor, drug paraphernalia as a misdemeanor. It's out of the Goodyear Municipal Court. I'm not allowed to appoint you an attorney in Goodyear. That's up to the Goodyear judge. You're going to meet the Goodyear judge on the 18th. The Goodyear judge wanted a $2,500 bond. I'm pretty sure you're going to show up because you don't want to come back and see me again. True?
Yeah.
Good luck, sir.
I do.
Armando. Come on up, Armando. And Solano is after Armando. Tell me your full name, sir.
Armando Sebastian Palacio.
Sir, you have two different matters, sir. The first one is dangerous drugs, a Class 4 felony, and drug paraphernalia, a Class 6 felony. I've appointed you an attorney, sir. Your next hearing date is on the 16th of June, downtown Phoenix. You're being released on your own recognizance. The next one, sir, is a probation violation matter, sir. Same attorney, different hearing date, the 6th of June, downtown Phoenix. You're being released on your own recognizance. When you step outside this building, contact your probation officer. They may have some ideas that are helpful to you. Good luck.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Solano? Brianna's after Solano. Sir, tell me your full name.
Guillermo Solano, February 24th, 1994.
Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate the date of birth. This first one's a probation violation matter, sir. I've appointed you an attorney. You're going to have a probation revocation hearing on the 6th of June, downtown Phoenix. You're being released on your own recognizance, sir. The next one, sir, is another probation violation. Same attorney, same hearing date, the 6th, same location, downtown Phoenix. Same release on your own recognizance. You'll be out in about 6 hours. Good luck, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Miss Brianna. Brianna? Miss, tell me your name.
Brianna Garcia.
Miss Garcia, this is a criminal damage out of the Guadalupe court system, but Tempe's handling it. I cannot appoint you an attorney on this. That's up to the next judge you meet on the 18th. You're being released on your own recognizance. Good luck, miss.
Okay, thank you.
Senor Gonzalez? Señor, ¿se habla inglés?
No.
Un momento, por favor. We were doing so well, officer. Can the interpreter hear the court?
Please rate the quality of service for this call by pressing 5 for very good, 4 for good, 3 for okay, 2 for poor, and 1 for very poor.
I think that was very poor. Because she hung up on us.
Hello, this is Santiago. I'm your Spanish interpreter. Everything you say will be... yes, go ahead.
No, I just want to know if you can hear me.
My interpreter number is 50128. I will be your Spanish interpreter. There's a lot of noise on the line, sir. I don't know why. You can go ahead.
Go ahead. Look, let's start the hearing. Ask the gentleman what his name is.
Oh, I'm sorry. Buenos días, yo voy a ser su intérprete español. Todo lo que diga será confidencial. Por favor, hable en oraciones claras y cortas para interpretarlo todo. Dígame su nombre.
Jonathan González.
Jonathan González.
You're charged with 1 count of narcotic drugs. Interpret.
Le han acusado de narcóticos, de drogas.
4 counts of driving under the influence.
4 acusaciones de manejar bajo la influencia de intoxicantes.
I have appointed you an attorney.
¿Tiene usted un abogado? ¿Cómo se declara?
Your next hearing is on the 16th of June, downtown Phoenix.
Usted va a tener que presentarse en el downtown de Phoenix el 16 de junio a su próxima audiencia.
Okay. You're being released on your own recognizance. Good luck, sir.
Lo van a liberar con el compromiso de que usted se va a presentar. Buena suerte, señor,
Thank you.
The court wants to thank and excuse the interpreter. Thank you, sir.
Thank you for calling. This is Santiago, the Spanish interpreter. I'll be signing off. Have a good night, sir. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
You're welcome. Bye.
Please rate the quality of service for this call by pressing 5 for very good, 4 for good, 3 for okay, 2 for poor, and 1 for very poor.
Ready to get Ashley in and
Good.
she should be in there.
Okay. Jose, come on up, Jose. Tell me your full name, please, sir.
Jose, Jose Rodriguez San Miguel.
Sir, the officer was very kind to clear the courtroom because these types of charges tend to make some people upset, and when people get upset, there's violence, and we can't afford that. Someone gets hurt, we can't afford that. So please make sure you don't tell anybody about these charges except your attorney. Don't show anybody the paperwork for your own safety. 1 count of kidnapping as a Class 2 felony, 2 counts of sexual abuse as a Class 5 felony. I've appointed you an attorney, sir. Your next hearing is the 5th day of June. Bond is set at $100,000. Should you make bond, electronic monitoring. Good luck, sir.
No,
Your Honor, the state is present for this case.
I apologize, state. Please announce.
Ashley Stetson on behalf of the state.
I did not know you were going to appear, counsel. I apologize for starting without you. Counsel, I suggest a $100,000 cash bond. Do you have any disagreement with that?
Your Honor, the state was requesting a cash bond of $500,000 based on the allegations, Your Honor. In addition to the allegations, which are extremely concerning given that the victim in this case is a stranger to the suspect, and the suspect then forced himself into a public restroom at the Phoenix airport, Your Honor, where he grabbed the victim's vagina and breast, Your Honor, and then pulled down his pants, exposing his penis, Your Honor. The suspect then took the victim's phone, sent photos that the victim had on her phone to his phone, and would not let the victim leave the bathroom, Your Honor. In addition to that, the suspect is not from the Phoenix area, nor Maricopa County. It does appear that he may have an address in Tucson. Additionally, Your Honor, when the state ran his criminal history, he does have federal charges. Based on the information provided in the JWI, Your Honor, it is unclear if he's still on federal probation, Your Honor. He was on probation for gun-related charges. The state is not entirely clear about which charges they are, what the specifics of the charges are. All it said was weapon charges, Your Honor. It does appear that he was on probation or is on probation for 36 months. He recently served 4 months prison time and from a probation violation in the end of 2024, Your Honor. So based on that, based on the seriousness and the violence of the allegation, his criminal history, his lack of ties to the community, also the fact that this is of great concern to the safety of the community, state is asking for a $500,000 cash bond. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. I changed it. The court listened to the state's recommendation. The court has reconsidered its original statement and has raised it to $250,000 cash with pretrial services, electronic monitoring. Your next hearing date is on the 5th, downtown Phoenix, sir. Good luck, sir.
I was going to say, I do have an address here in Phoenix.
Fantastic, sir. Give it to your attorney. That will help you. Good luck. And the House calls now Katrina, number 33, is a behavioral issues. It's a probation violation matter. I've appointed her an attorney. Her probation revocation hearing's on the 6th, downtown Phoenix. She's being released on her own recognizance. Mr. Granville, behavioral issue number 34, probation violation. I've appointed an attorney. Next hearing on the 6th, downtown Phoenix. He's being released on his own recognizance. Mr. Terrazas is 35 and 36. Failure to stop and obey commands of a police officer, a misdemeanor. I cannot appoint him an attorney on a misdemeanor. This looks like it's a failure to pay fines and fees. The bond amount from the judge is $283.75. I'll affirm that bond. And the last one is obstruction by not giving true name. I'll set a $50 bond on that. His next hearing in Hacienda is on the 4th day of June. Anything else, boss lady? Okay. All right, officer. We have a couple. We can wander. Just a moment, I'm going to call you up to the podium one at a time. When you get to the podium, I need your name. I'll tell you the charges you're here on. I'll appoint most of you an attorney. I'll set your next hearing date, give you the location. I'll set your general release conditions. All of you will have general release conditions. They are as follows. Do not make contact with the arresting officers. Do not possess any drugs without a valid prescription. Do not drive a motor vehicle without a valid license. Keep us informed as to where you're living. If you're on probation, you'll be ordered to contact your probation officer. If the charges you're here on indicate there may be a victim, I will order you to stay away from the victim and not return to the scene of the alleged crime. At the end of your hearing, all of this will be handed to you in writing. When you have a moment, read it, please. Thank you. Miss Gravava? Mayra? Come on up, miss. And Nicolette is after this lady. Tell me your full name, please.
It's Mayra Alejandra Guevara.
I apologize for mispronouncing your name. Miss, you have 3 different matters. The first one, narcotic drugs and dangerous drugs. Those are both Class 4 felonies. Drug paraphernalia, Class 6 felony. Obstruction of justice, not giving a true name, a misdemeanor. Trespassing as a misdemeanor. I've appointed you an attorney. Your next hearing date on this is the 6th day of June. Bond is $2,500. The next one, miss, is drug paraphernalia, is a Class 6 felony, obstruction of justice, not giving true name, another misdemeanor. Again, I've appointed you an attorney. Same hearing date, the 6th, same location, downtown Phoenix. Bond is set at $50. The last one, miss, is narcotic drugs, a Class 4 felony, drug paraphernalia. Narcotic drugs is 2 counts. Drug paraphernalia is a Class 6 felony. Again, I've appointed you an attorney. Same hearing date on the 6th. However, this allegedly occurred while you were on felony release on another matter, so you have to be held non-bondable until you see your next judge on the 6th. Good luck, miss. See? No, I'll read that at the end. I will read it. Nicolette? So I haven't found it yet in the book.
Morning, Judge.
Good morning, miss. Tell me your full name.
Nicolette Valera.
Miss, you have 5 different matters before the court. The first one is dangerous drugs as a Class 4 felony. I've appointed you an attorney, miss. Your next hearing's on the 6th, downtown Phoenix. Because this allegedly happened while you were on felony release on one of these other ones, you have to be held non-bondable until the 6th. Next judge can take care of it and change it. Next one's a drug paraphernalia as a misdemeanor. I've appointed you an attorney. Same hearing date, the 6th. It's a non-witness issue for your probation violation. Bond is $50. The next one, miss, is drug paraphernalia. Same attorney, same hearing date, the 6th, same location, downtown Phoenix, same bond amount, $50. Next one, miss, is another drug paraphernalia. Same attorney, same hearing date, strike that, different hearing date, the 10th, downtown Phoenix, bond is $50. The last one, miss, possession of a weapon by a prohibited person, a Class 4 felony, narcotic drugs, Class 4 felony, drug paraphernalia, Class 6 felony. Same attorney, same hearing date as the first 3, the 6th, downtown Phoenix. Same bond amount as most of them, $50. Good luck, miss.
Thank you.
Danielle. Miss Salas. Tell me your full name, please, miss.
Danielle Marie Salas.
Miss Salas, you have 3 different matters. The first one's narcotic drugs and dangerous drugs. Those are both Class 4 felonies, shoplifting as a misdemeanor. I've appointed you an attorney, miss. Your bond amount is $2,500 set by another judge. The next one, miss, is dangerous drugs, Class 4 felony, drug paraphernalia, Class 6 felony. Same attorney, miss, same hearing date, the 6th, same location, downtown Phoenix, same bond amount, different bond amount, $50. Then the first one, the last one, miss, is organized retail theft, Class 5 felony, another organized retail theft as Class 6 felony, 2 counts. Same attorney, same hearing date, the 6th, same location, downtown Phoenix, same bond amount as the last two, $50. Good luck, miss.
Thank you.
Chase Martin Cook. Come on up, Chase. Tell me your full name, Chase.
Chase Martin Cook.
Mr. Cook, you have 3 different matters. The first one is a drug paraphernalia case that you're allegedly on probation for. I've appointed you an attorney. You're going to have a probation revocation hearing on the 6th. A bond is set at $500. The next one, miss, sir, I apologize, is another drug paraphernalia, same attorney, same location, downtown Phoenix, same hearing date, the 6th, same revocation, same bond amount, different bond, $500. Last one's the same as the other 2, drug paraphernalia, same attorney, same hearing date, revocation on the 6th, downtown Phoenix, same bond amount, different bond, $500. Reach out to your probation officer. They may have some ideas that might help you. Good luck, sir.
All right, thanks, sir.
Mr. Hernandez, Adrian. Good morning, Mr. Hernandez. Tell me your full name.
Yayo Hernandez.
Mr. Hernandez, you have 3 different matters. The first one's a probation violation matter. I've appointed you an attorney. Your next hearing date is a probation revocation hearing on the 6th. Downtown Phoenix bond is $500. The next one, sir, is another probation violation. Same attorney, same hearing date, same location, downtown Phoenix. Same revocation hearing, bond is $50. And the last one, sir, is the same as the second one. Resisting arrest, it's Class 6 felony. Same attorney, same hearing date, the 6th. Same bond amount, $50. Good luck, sir. Mr. Patterson? Irwin? And Robert is after, no, strike that. Eddie is after Irwin.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Come on up, sir. Tell me your full name, Mr. Patterson.
Rowan Patterson, Your Honor. Good morning.
Good morning. This is a narcotic drug case, sir. Class 4 felony, drug paraphernalia, Class 6 felony, obstruction of highway or thoroughfare, misdemeanor. I've appointed you an attorney, sir. Your next hearing is on the 16th of June, downtown Phoenix. You're being released to pretrial services. You'll be out of here in about 6 hours. That officer's going to hand you a whole bunch of paperwork. Make sure you read it. Good luck.
All right, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you. Eddie, Mr. Delgado. And then Robert's after Eddie. Good morning, sir. Tell me your full name.
Eddie Delgado.
Mr. Delgado, this is a narcotic drug case, a Class 4 felony and drug paraphernalia, strike that, and drug paraphernalia, a Class 6 felony, plus a dangerous drug, Class 4 felony. I've appointed you an attorney, sir. Yeah. You have a hearing coming up on the 16th at downtown Phoenix. Okay. You're being released to pretrial services. You'll be out in about 6 hours. Read the paperwork the officer gives you. Those are the rules you have to follow. Good luck.
Okay, thank you.
Robert. Come on up, Robert. Tell me your full name.
Robert Christie.
Sir, you have 3 different matters. The first one is a dangerous drug case, Class 4 felony. I've appointed you an attorney, sir. Your next hearing date's the 16th. You're being released on your own recognizance. The hearing's located downtown Phoenix. The next one, sir, is a probation violation. I've appointed you that same attorney. It's a different date, the 6th, downtown Phoenix. Again, you're being released on your own recognizance. And the last one, sir, is another probation violation. Same attorney, same hearing date as the second one. The 6th, same location, downtown Phoenix. Same release on your own recognizance. When you step outside this building at about 10 o'clock in the morning, first thing you have to do is contact your probation officer. I know it's Sunday, but call him anyway. If you follow their rules and my rules, you're giving the next judge you meet on the 6th 2 very good reasons to not put you in prison on the 6th. Good luck, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Roberto, come on up, sir. Mr. Estrella, tell me your full name.
My name is Robert Aaron Estrella.
What was your last name?
Estrella.
Thank
like
you,
the jail, like the hospital.
Thank you. It's been a long night for me. And you too. Sir, the first matter you have here is a burglary case, a Class 4 felony. I've appointed you an attorney, sir. Your next hearing is on the 16th, downtown Phoenix. You're being released on your own recognizance.
Thank you.
The next two are both probation violation matters, sir. I've appointed you an attorney on both of them. Your next hearing is downtown Phoenix on the 6th. Both of them, you're being released on your own recognizance.
Thank you.
When you step outside this building, contact your probation officer. If you follow their rules and my rules, you're given the next judge you meet on the 6th 2 good reasons to not put you in prison. Good luck.
May I talk to you?
Sure.
I've been hearing so many satanic voices about rules, about like uncapable American things. Thank you for listening to my conscience. I want to batten you. I need more.
All right. Let that officer hand you all the paperwork. Good luck, sir.
Thank you.
April Contreras. Miss April, come on up. Tell me your full name, please, miss.
April Contreras.
Ms. Contreras, you have 2 different matters. The first one is local charges. It's 2 counts of driving under the influence. Those are both misdemeanors. I cannot appoint you an attorney on a misdemeanor case. That's up to the Tolleson judge. You're going to meet the Tolleson judge on the 9th day of this month in Tolleson. Bond is $1,000. The next one, miss, is what we call a fugitive of justice. What that simply means is Texas sent out a national warrant for your arrest. We found you. Once you solve your Arizona problems, you have what's called extradition rights. Extradition is a formal process whereby one governor talks to another governor, signs a bunch of paperwork, and you go back to Texas or not. It could take up to 90 days. During that 90-day period of time, normally you're entitled to bond. Texas wants you held non-bondable, but Arizona doesn't agree with that law, so I would probably set a substantial bond. You can also waive extradition, which means you sign a document. Once the Arizona problem's solved, you must be back in Texas within 30 days. If you're not, we cut you loose. That doesn't solve your problem in Texas. It just gets you released from this facility. You could be immediately re-arrested and start all over again. But again, those are your rights for extradition. What do you want to do, waive or you want an extradition hearing? Your choice.
I think I'll just waive.
Pardon me?
Well, I think I'll just waive.
You just want to waive?
Well, I'm not really sure the difference in between, because I've done this before where
Let me do this. I'm going to enter a denial on your behalf. I'm going to set a bond amount, and you'll talk to another judge, which will take place in about 10 days, which is about the same amount of time it's going to take to solve the DUI problem, and then you can make another decision in about 10 days. So, miss, step over to the officers, and you are good to go, miss. Good luck in 10 days, miss.
Thank you.
And number 29 is a behavioral issue. It's a narcotic drug case, Class 4 felony and drug paraphernalia, Class 6 felony. I've appointed him an attorney. His next hearing is on the 6th, downtown Phoenix. His bond is $1,000. Now let me find that document regarding... Do you know where it is in this book? This is the 5 a.m. calendar for the first day of the month of June. Pursuant to ARS 41-1750C and Rule 4.2 paren 8 in paren of the Arizona Rules of Criminal Procedure, the Maricopa County Sheriff's Office shall 10-point fingerprint every person scheduled on the IA calendar that was arrested for any felony offense, any violation of Title 13, Chapter 14, ARS Title 28, Chapter 4, or any domestic violence offense as defined by ARS 13-3601 before being released from custody. It is further ordered that pursuant to ARS 13-610 and Rule 4.2, paren 9, in paren, of the Arizona Rules of Criminal Procedure, that the arresting agency shall secure DNA sample as required by ARS 13-610, subparagraph K and G, for every person scheduled for an IA with an arrest for any charge specified by the Arizona, Title 13, 610, subparagraph O, and provide compliance to the Superior Court. All right, boss lady, anything else on this? All right. Well, officer, whatever you told them, they were great. They behaved great.